Hey guys, I am so excited for today's video because I am filming the intro for a year-long Project Pan collab called Partners in Cream. So basically we are going to be working on our cream products this year. We are going to be filming monthly updates and I believe posting them on the 10th of every month. And we're going to be working on 4 to 6 products, and you can create whatever goal you want, whether it is to finish products completely, to hit pan on them, or just use them a certain number of times. And it is going to be like a rolling Project Pan style. And I am excited for the way I'm going to do it this year. It's different than I've done any other Project Pans because I personally am going to be going for a usage goal because I have a lot of cream products in my collection that I tend to neglect. So I'm really using this project as like a project pan and a chopping block in one, because since I will actually be making myself use these things, I'll decide whether I want to keep them or pass them on. And I did recently film a collection video of all of my cream products. I will have that linked in the cards in case you would like an overview of everything I have, and will be trying my best to incorporate a good majority of them throughout these monthly updates for this year. I am collaborating with a bunch of people. There are so many, which is really exciting. So I will have the information down below too. I think we're going to have a playlist, and I think there might be some sort of like a spreadsheet with everybody's information on it, which would be great. And we are going to be using the hashtag Partners in Cream. So again, I will have all the information down below in case you guys would like to join in as well. I do think this will be really fun, and at first I didn't know if this would be a project for me because I was like, oh, I don't have a ton of cream products, but the ladies said that we could use like Stila Glitter and Glows and ColourPop Super Shock Shadows, and I have so many of those. I was like, oh, I'm in. So I am going to be using cream shadows, pencil and cream eyeliners, ColourPop Super Shock, Stila Glitter and Glows, and then of course I am going to be using all of my cream and liquid cheek products. And you can put lip products in, I'm not going to though. So I am feeling really excited for this project. So I actually had already focused on 5 products in the month of December, so I will give you my thoughts on those products, and then I'll show you the 5 things I'm going to be testing for February. So for the things I tested in December, the first thing is the Too Faced glitter shadow from the Tutti Frutti collection. This one is in strawberries and champagne. I had gotten this in an Ulta free gift with a Too Faced purchase, and here's what that color looks like. I do think this is a very pretty shade. I did wear it on my eyes in my January makeup basket video, and I think this is very pretty, but it is a little on the sheer side. And I know a lot of people use glitter shadows as toppers. I would prefer to just use them on their own. So I felt like if I let it set, I was able to layer it up a little bit, but I don't use liquid shadows a ton. So I'm probably going to end up decluttering a few of them this year. And I want to only keep a few so I can try to use them before they dry up. So because this one is just so for me, I'm going to be passing this one on to my friend Jean. So this is the first product I'm decluttering. And then I tested 4 ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. So 2 of these I'm absolutely loving. The other 2 I like enough to keep for now, but I'm not sure if I will bring them into next year. So the first one is Tinsel. This is a metallic finish, and this is an older shadow, but it is incredibly creamy, which is insane. My friend Ami had decluttered this to me a little while ago, like over a year ago, and it is the most beautiful, more cool tone purple. It's very reflective. I love how brightening this looks on the lid, so I will definitely be keeping this one. The next one is Prickly Pear. This is a metallic shadow. This is a really pretty purple with like a warm undertone, and it has a golden reflect. And this really comes to life when you pair it with certain colors. So obviously it looks a lot more of like a brown color when compared to that purple, but I do really like that one. And the other 2 shades I'm keeping for now would be Koosh. This is an ultra metallic finish, and this is like a taupey silver color, which is very pretty, but I just don't use more silver toned shadows a ton. So it's a good formula. It's a pretty color, but I don't know if I'm going to get the most use out of it. But like I said, I'm going to keep it for now, and I would love your recommendations for different shadows I can pair with that one. And then the other one that I'm keeping for now is a pressed pigment that is not safe for the eye area because it is this intense red and it can stain, and this is called Fooling Around. And this one is really not very old, and it's a little flaky. But it's really rich in color, and I recently used this paired on top of another shade to help intensify the color, and it looked really beautiful. But this is obviously just a really intense eyeshadow I probably won't wear the most. So out of those 5 products, I'm going to be decluttering 1 and keeping 4, and I think I used all of them only once, except I used Tinsel, I believe, twice. So those were not really necessarily part of this project. I didn't have any number goals for them, but because I started using some of my cream products, I wanted to give you my thoughts on them. So now I have the 5 products I'm going to be using for the month of January, and I've got 1 cheek product and 4 eye products. So the blush I'm super excited about is the Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur Blush in Mauve Sunrise. I have 1 other color in this formula, and this formula is really cool. So I'm excited to get some more use out of it, because if I love this formula, I might want to pick up the other 2 shades because there are only 4, but these are very expensive blushes. So this is like a cream to powder blush. It is similar to like a ColourPop Super Shock formula, except it's easier to pick up on a brush and blend, and it does go nicely over face powder, which is great because I do use a colored powder to set my face, and I do have to set my skin. So here is Mauve Sunrise. So for this blush, my goal is going to be to use it 7 times over the next month, which is basically like 1 week out of 4. And I know my goals aren't huge. Like, I'm not trying to use this 14 times because I do have a lot of powder blushes in my collection that I don't want to neglect either. But 7 times is how many I want to use that. Then for my 4 shadows, I want to use each of these 3 times. And again, I know that's not a huge goal, but that's where I'm starting for now, because I do have other powder shadows in my collection, new things I'm testing, and then other things I want to get use out of. So this is my way of creating that balance. So I do have 1 liquid shadow. I'm probably going to put a liquid shadow in every month, and this is the Essence Metal Shock shadow in the shade Stars and Stories. It's very beautiful, and from what I've heard from this collection, this one has the best formula. So here's what that one looks like. So you can tell it's a lot lighter and more purple than the Too Faced. Too Faced was more pink, and this one even looks more sheer. So I don't know if I'll love that. We'll see if it can be built up. Like I said, I don't tend to wear liquid shadows as toppers. I usually use them on their own. So we will see how I can get that one to work for me. Then I do have 3 ColourPop Super Shocks. This one is a true favorite of mine. This is Muse. It's a pearlized finish. This is like a rose copper shade. And right there is a swatch of Muse. So freaking pretty. The next shadow is one I've never used before, but this is so beautiful. It is Party of 5. It's an ultra glitter finish, and this is like a really pretty duochrome color. So it has almost like a more red base with some blue glitters, and it definitely looks different in the pan. You can see a lot more of the base shade when I swatch it out. That is like a really pretty kind of grungy color, which I love. It gives me the same vibes as DGAF, but that one just flashes more green, but very grungy, which I like. It's grungy without being dark. And then the last shade I'm going to be using is Static, which is my favorite cranberry color from ColourPop, and this is a pearlized finish. I believe this was limited edition, unfortunately. But this one is more of a purple color compared to like Drift from ColourPop is one of my other favorites, but that one's more red. This one's a little bit more purple, but it is very rich. So this will be a dark color. You guys know I don't tend to go with very deep shades, but it is very beautiful. So I would like to use, as I said, the blush 7 times, and then each of these shadows 3 times over the next month, and we will see if I end up keeping them all or decluttering anything. So guys, that was my intro for the Partners in Cream project pan. I would love to know your thoughts about the way I'm doing this project and your thoughts on any of these products. If you guys can help me come up with some great eye looks, that would be really helpful. Any other shades you think that would pair nicely with these, and I would love it if you guys would join in on this project as well. Again, there are so many of us, which is really exciting. So I will have all of the rules in the description box in case you want the breakdown, and if you would like to join in, again, the hashtag is Partners in Cream. If you are already doing this project, please let me know in the comments so I can go watch your video. I'm gonna have so many intros to watch. I can't wait. This is going to be so much fun, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.